Hello! How is everyone today? You guys having an amazing day or what? Don't say up, what? Just say yes, amazing daytime, right? Amazing daytime. Alright, how's everyone? We're going to be doing some Q&A, so if you got some questions, I might have some answers for you. Alright, we got Ghost, we got Megatron, we got Devin, Alien, we got Lucky. Brandon, what's up? Hyper. Incognito. We got Saturn, what's up, buddy? Dylan. Who else we got? Galaxy. Nice to see you guys. Let me make sure I get this on live chat so I don't miss any comments. Okay, Hyper wants to know what's the best weapons to use on the Ravana. Well, sonic weapons are extremely good. Now, unfortunately, this is only going to be good for a few more days, but the rust weapons are amazing. Problem is, they're about to get nerfed really bad, so they're not going to be very good anymore after the nerf. But, honestly, those are the best weapons right now. If you don't have them, though, don't build them up because they are getting nerfed. They won't be good for much longer. But, I like the Sonics a lot. I think shotguns like the Maze Cudgel type of deals are really good. Best weapons for Minos. What's up, Epic? I would say either the Evora weapons or, for some weird reason, I still really like the Cinders. What size shoes do I wear? That depends on the brand. Some shoes I wear a size 8, some shoes I wear a 9.5. It's kind of weird how some shoe brands fit differently. What if I buy New Balance? New Balance seems to run small, I guess. So I gotta buy size 8 for New Balance. If I buy Brooks, I think I would get like a 9.5. So it just depends, you know what I mean? Damien Kid, what's going on? Epic's here with some weird questions. Are you gonna try to clone me or something? Is that why you want to know my shoe size? I don't know if I should have answered that one. Best setup for Mender. I like the Pulsar Magnetars because you can lock people down and then focus on healing your teammate. So, in my opinion, those are the most helpful weapons because you want to play Mender as a support. And it really helps to be able to lock the enemies down and heal the teammate. So, in my opinion, that's your best bet. Devin says, would you do a setup for me and see if it's good? Well, I may already know the answer to that, depending on what it is. Alright, so the giveaway doesn't end until I think the 2nd. So you still got what? How many days do we have left on the giveaway? My calendar's not pulling up. Hold on a second. Where's it at? I don't know how many days are in this month, but you probably got a good like 4 or 5 more days. Something like that. Alien, I have no idea what that new robot's going to be like when it goes live. I mean, we've got a little bit of experience with it on the test server, but that's the test server, you know what I mean? I think if Reapers cause the new robot too much of a problem, they'll probably nerf the Reapers, but I could be wrong, I'm just guessing. But honestly, we don't know if that new robot's going to be good or not. I mean, it seems pretty awesome on the test server, but it could either be really awesome when it goes live, or it might completely suck. We just don't know yet. Like I always say, I try not to judge anything by the test server, because that's just there for them to get data and figure out how they want to set it up when it goes live. 661, my day is good, buddy. How about yours? Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing amazing as well. I want to try something here. I'm just talking to myself. I'm just playing with something on the stream settings there. The best Mars setup. I like the Pulsars a lot on the Mars. I think the Pulsars are really good. Rust rockets were really awesome, but those are getting nerfed, so I don't think those are going to be good anymore. The harpoon weapons are crazy good, and the laser weapons, like the medium lasers, I don't know how to pronounce them. There's like the Taja, the Dajon, the Yuja, Washa, Washa, Boobija, whatever they call it. The weapons nobody knows how to pronounce, those are really good on the Mars. Blast effect shotguns are great, like the Cudgel Mason hammers. Those are amazing on the Mars. Jonathan says, what's better, lockdown or EMP? I think that's going to come down to which one you prefer. I mean, they're both really good. Lockdown makes so you can't move, and EMP makes so you can't use your abilities. I guess that depends on the situation. I mean, there's certain situations where lockdown will destroy you. There's other situations where being EMP'd will destroy you. So I think that's going to be variable depending on what's going on at the current time. That's a little hard to answer on that one. They're both awesome in their own way, and one may be better at one time than the other. Okay, I think Mars is getting nerfed. They're going to make so his little turret does less damage. I don't think he's going to get a buff unless I miss something. Did they change their mind and decide to buff it instead of nerf it? What's up, Baby Yoda? Ronnie GT, how you doing, buddy? Jaraja, how are you? Go says Corona Halo Shredder Pulsar. For what, my friend? I like Shredder and Pulsar a lot. Corona and Halo, on some robots they're okay, but they're definitely not going to be my top choices. Now Shredder Pulsar, I think that's going to be good on almost anything. Now Pulsar Magnetar is even better, I would say. Well, the thing is, Shredder does more damage at close distance. Magnetar does more damage at a distance, so I guess what you're going for, distance or close up, determines which one of those you use. Best drone for Skyros, I would say, well, this is another hard one to answer, because if you put the Armadillo on there and you just keep getting beacons, your Skyros will become almost invincible after so many stacks. You can come out of the ball and they can barely damage you, so that's pretty cool. Whiteout can be very good. And another thing that can be really good is the Kestrel drone to help your teammates out. So those three drones are phenomenal. Those are three of my favorite drones right there for him. What's up, Smileys? All right, so, man, this is a question I actually don't know the answer to. The question says, a name I can't read says, hello, Danny, I have a question. There is a super chest boost, and I opened the bronze chest. How many keys do I need? I don't know. Thing is, I think it used to take 6,000 keys to open one, and then I think they changed it to 8. I don't know what the current normal amount of keys required for a super chest is. So it's either 6,000 or 8,000 as far as I can remember. It's one or the other. So if it's half off, it would be half of that. So you're either going to need 3,000 or 4,000, one or the other. I wish I knew the exact answer. But yeah, it depends on what the bonus is as well. Or if they've happened to change the amount of keys it takes, which I don't know if they did or not. Smileys, hey, what's up, man? I think you were on my live stream. I was like, sorry, Smileys. No, that wasn't a live stream. Never mind. No, I wasn't live streaming yesterday. I do remember playing some games against you, though, and I kept saying, sorry, Smileys. Don't come over here, Smileys. Yeah, good games. Ah, the best weapons for the Nemesis. Incognito, the Nemesis is not great. The only weapons I've ever played on the Nemesis that I actually liked were the radiation weapons. They did decent. I mean, Nemesis has one cool thing going for it is you can activate the shield often, but its ability does very little damage and it doesn't have a lot of firepower, so I don't really think the Nemesis is very good, unfortunately. Epic says the Magnetar Nether is OP. Ang Chang, what's up, buddy? He says, which bots to buy and keep for a long time for a free-to-play account? That's going to depend on your playing style and what you have access to. I mean, are you trying to buy stuff with silver? Because there's really not a lot of robots available to buy with silver. Now, if you're talking about buying it with the daily deals, I mean, that always changes. You just got to figure out which robots are still good. I don't know how you're trying to get them, or if you're trying to play snipers, if you're trying to play beacon games. Do you want brawlers? Do you want, mid-range fighters? Do you want support robots? There's a lot going on there. Now, I do make a video every once in a while about which weapons and robots are worth building in the workshop, so you might want to go watch that video and check that out. That's still pretty relevant. Lucky, I think the Skyros is still meta. It's an amazing beacon runner. Aang hasn't played since 2018. I will say this, though. Some of my favorite robots that you can get pretty easily, or at least build in the workshop, would be Fenrir and Invader. They're both really good tanks. The Ravena's extremely good, and I think the Revenant's very good. You can buy or build all of those in the workshop right now. If you're playing beacon games, you want to have a lot of tanky robots that are hard to kill and do decent damage. That way you can grab and hold beacons and keep them away from the enemies. So those are all really good. Are there more people asking about the giveaways? All right, so I think on the 2nd of next month is when the giveaway ends, so sometime after that. So I got 100 Reapers and 100 Crisis to give away this month, right? So shortly after the end of the month, they'll be announced. In Epic, more than likely, people wouldn't read the pinned comment. So if we pin it, they'll ask anyway. Devin wants to know, is a full minigun setup good on Fenrir? I don't know what you mean by minigun, my friend. What do you consider miniguns? That could be a lot of different things, honestly. Dixon, what's up, Dixon? What's up, Dot? Anybody, if I miss you guys or miss your questions, I apologize. Don't spam it, but, you know, if I don't answer your question, wait 2 or 3 minutes and then you can ask it again. Sometimes they scroll by while I'm answering other questions or whatever, so I do miss some comments. Ravana with Spike or Havoc, both very good. I mean, the spikes are really, really good. That'll work great, honestly. Jackfur, how you doing today? I don't know about Hellburner, my friend. I haven't played a Hellburner in a really long time. What I notice about Hellburner is it varies greatly depending on if it's good or not at the time. There's times where you can drop in a Hellburner and do amazing with it, but it just depends on the current meta, I would say. It's not something I would really focus on getting or leveling up, though. Hellburner is not really that great. Do I think it's time they get a new pilot for Hades? That would actually be really cool. I would love to see... I think Hades needs a pilot, and I also think the Hover needs a pilot. That would be super awesome if we could get pilots for both of those. What's up, Artemis? How you guys doing today? Oh, Artemis cannot stay. Well, I guess if you have to run off, you know, it is what it is. Artemis runs the War Robots wiki page and has a pretty cool YouTube channel. You guys might want to check him out on YouTube. Dylan, I think the Nightingale, the biggest thing it needs is a speed booster. It's too darn slow. Even if it had that, I wouldn't play it because it moves like a turtle. No thank you. I mean, if it was faster and then it had that, yeah, that would be sweet. But right now, the main thing it needs is speed. Hey, Venus is here. What's up, Venus? How are you today? Awesome to hear from you. Everything going good? Definitely hope so. Smiley says Ravana is still a really good bot, especially with Sonics. Alien says Hellburner is only good if you have the pilot. Oh, nice. Perfectly says, I don't care what they release. I never change my Hades. Yeah, Hades is still a really cool robot. I mean, it's definitely outdated, but if you're good with it, you can play the heck out of it still. Oh man, you're in the hospital? Wrap sandwiches. Artemis is in the hospital. Feel better, buddy. Hopefully you get out of there soon. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, man. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Alright, so Jonathan says, I remember an old thing that if you didn't put pilot on robot, the image showed the AI with one red eyes. I sort of remember that, actually. You know, now that you mention it, I kind of remember that, but not very well. Venus, glad you're doing good. Yeah, it used to say like AI controlled or something like that if you didn't have a pilot on your robot. Now it's just got like an empty hole there where nothing is. Octon, hey, what's up? He says the Aojin with Yang Li these days is underrated. You know, every time I play Aojun, it never goes very well. The built-in weapon doesn't work most of the time. I can't get into that robot anymore. Back in the day, the Aojun was amazing. Now it's just kind of so-so. Not really something I would say is great, honestly. Not in Champion League. Maybe in some of the lower leagues it does okay, but up in Champion League, it's very hard to keep it alive. Hey Caleb, what's going on? Behemoth with Glacier. You know, Glacier kind of sucks. They added there was a time where they added a pilot skill for the Glacier, and there was a bug with the pilot skill, and it was destroying everything. And once they fixed the bug, it really wasn't good anymore. So I don't think Glacier is going to be very good for anybody, honestly. I mean, if you already got it and it's leveled up, you can definitely play it, but it's not wonderful. Brent, I have no idea. Like when a giveaway ends, I send the winners over to them. Sometimes they show up in a couple of days. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks. Generally, if it doesn't show up within 2 weeks, then that means there's a problem and you need to contact me to let me know you never received your item. But when a giveaway ends, you should get it within 2 weeks. If not, let me know. That is, if you won something. Perfectly. You know, Hazard and Blight's a good setup on the Mender. I don't really know what you have or what you have access to, but there's nothing wrong with that setup. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it works really good. I've played that many of times, and I do like it a lot. Now, we all prefer different things, right? There's a lot of setups that work. You just got to figure out which one you like the best out of the weapons and stuff you have. So if you have other weapons, you might as well try some out and see if there's anything you like better. But there's definitely nothing wrong with that setup. It'll definitely do the job. KEI, is that Kai? Good medium weapons to buy with gold. Man, there's so many weapons available to buy with gold. I think you can buy almost anything with gold. What are you trying to get here? I mean, some of the newer weapons, maybe not, but there's a lot of older and somewhat newer stuff. So you're trying to build it on a Fenrir. Cryos, I don't like. I don't like cryos. One of my favorite Fenrir weapons that I think you can buy with gold is the blast effect shotguns, like the mace, cudgels, and hammers. Another one of my favorites is 2 pulsars and a redeemer. The ranges are off, right? The ranges are off. The pulsars are 600 meters. The redeemers are 350 meters, but I love that setup. Those are 2 of my favorite setups on the Fenrir right now, actually. Or the brand new harpoon weapons are really, really good. Artemis, yes, that's the real Venus, bud. She has recovered and she's doing really well now, which is awesome. Somebody said made some really nasty rumors and tricked us and told us she had died, but she hasn't. She is alive and kicking and doing well, which is amazing. Do I play Minecraft? Nope. That would be a very time-consuming game. I barely have time to watch a movie nowadays. Between the games that I do play for the YouTube channels and all the other stuff I have to do, I don't really have time for other games too much, unfortunately. Minecraft looks really cool, but I could see that would be like a huge time-consuming deal if you really wanted to get anywhere on it. So no, I don't really have time for the Minecraft. Altered Beast just got a Kestrel. For a Scorpion, should you get a Whiteout or a Kestrel? Yeah, that's a very hard choice. I mean, most people love the Kestrel drone Altered. Pretty much everybody I know that has a Kestrel absolutely loves it, and they think it's one of the best drones in the game. Now, Whiteout, though, on a Scorpion is top-notch, so that's a very hard choice. I mean, if you've leveled up the Kestrel, try them both out. See which one you like better. Siren with Smuta, very good setup still, actually. If you're comfortable playing the Siren, you know, it's a very squishy robot. It dies really easy, but it does pack a punch, so yeah, I like that setup. I think it's really good. I think it's very good. Hyper traded the Angler for a Ravna. Ravna's a nice robot. It takes a little bit of skill to play it. You gotta learn when to use the abilities. Ravna's all about timing the abilities properly to do well with it. But I'm pretty sure the Ravna's gonna be much better than the Angler after they nerf the Angler. So that sounds like a pretty good choice, honestly. Ah, Grady White. What's up, buddy? Guys, are the Tyrans still useful? Sorta. I mean, they're not the greatest weapons, but I'll tell you what, I still really enjoy putting some Redeemers in the Tyrans on my Fenrir and playing it. The Tyrans are not top-notch, but they're still pretty nice. I mean, they're very cheap to upgrade on silver. I like them. I don't love them, but I like them. There are many weapons in the game that are much better than the Tyrans, but they still do the job if you need them to, and you can afford to upgrade them compared to other weapons. Now, if you buy them, though, I think you do have to buy them with gold. That's the only problem. Caleb, what's up, buddy? He's got a Fatal Havoc and Orkin. No Orkins, buddy. Havoc's very good. Orkins are pretty terrible. Unless you got one of the brand new Ultimate Edition Orkins that costs like 10,000 gold just for a very, very small chance to possibly win it type of deal. But I really like the Tyrans, guys. Not everybody does, but I really like them. I enjoy playing them. They pack enough of a punch that you should be able to do well with them. Eric G wants to know my top 5 bots after the planned nerfs. Alright, well, Skyrose for beacons, right? If you're trying to get beacons, Skyrose is probably number 1. Fenrir, my favorite tank in the game. Invader, my other favorite tank in the game. At this point, I think it's really going to come down to personal preference. There's a lot of really good bots. It's going to depend on what your playing style is. I mean, there's so many robots that I like and I enjoy playing. It's really hard to have a top 5. What's up, Kron? Now, there's going to be a new robot that's coming out. I mean, after Nether's nerfed, I think Nether's still going to be really good. When Mars is nerfed, it's going to be really good. So, we're going to have to play the stuff being nerfed before we know how hard it was hit, right? There's a very small chance we could still pick up that angler and be like, hey, I still really like this, right? So it's a little too early to tell. We got to try out the nerfs and buffs before we really make any major decisions on which robots are good, which ones are bad at the moment. Caleb really wants to get the special delivery coins. Yeah, unfortunately, you're almost going to have to spend money to get those. You can't really get a lot of those without spending a bit. What's up, Mech? He says, what do I think of the increased amount of Mars on the battlefield? People like the Mars. It's a great robot. I mean, I can understand why. They don't really bother me too much. Now, the Mars is getting a nerf to the amount of damage its built-in weapon can do. But I love the Mars. I think it's a cool robot. I like seeing them out on the battlefield, honestly. Brent says my super chest is halfway, but only 3 days left. Unfortunately, you're probably not at this point. If you don't have enough keys to make it happen, unless you buy some keys, you're probably not going to be able to open it. Do I mean Puncher, not Redeemer? No, I like Redeemers a lot. Puncher is a nice weapon, but I would, at this present time, I would rather play the Redeemer over the Puncher any day. Only problem with the Redeemer is it's only got a 350 meter range. Some people may not like that, but it is a beast of a weapon. Redeemer is top notch. Grade A. Bad. Beep. Bad. You know what? Again, the comments are going by. I'm going up, down, trying to read through all these. So I know I'm missing some comments, and I apologize. Fighter, there's probably only a few days left until the new update comes out, right? Sometimes after the new update. I would say within the next 1 to 2 weeks, we'll probably be getting that. Let me open the game really quick and see how many days we have left on the special event. This will give us a good idea on when those are going to show up. Hyper, catching a bit, buddy. How do I feel about the unstable conduit? Right now, it's just kind of okay, but they're buffing it. They are buffing it, and it's going to be pretty much a must-use, I think, after the buff. I think after they buff it, if you don't use it, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Alright, so there's 6 days left on the current event. So the new update is going to hit roughly in I would say between 6 to 8 days. Within the next 8 days, most of the new features on the new update will be live. So how about this? Let's just be safe. Between 6 and 10 days is when I would expect to see the free Titans getting delivered. Tarek says, I played solo against you with your clan squad last night and I won. Tarek, that's not very nice of you to beat us. We cannot be friends anymore. Anyways, good game, buddy. Good game. Brent wants to know, what robot should I get if I brawl? If you can get Fenrir with a Bernadette Wolf, I think that's one of the best brawlers in the game right now. If you just want to get up in people's face and be as hard to kill as possible and fight, Fenrir with the Bernadette Wolf is a beast. Mohammed wants to know, will there be a robot that can go through walls? I definitely hope not. I mean, in a way, though, there are robots like that. I mean, there are some, like the Scorpion can teleport to you, so it can technically go through walls. Same thing with the Revenant. Both of those can teleport to you through walls, so we kind of already have that, honestly. Now, if you're just talking about one that can walk through walls, I really don't know. That would be kind of cool to have one that can just walk through walls, because I need that. I get stuck on everything in the game. I get stuck on everything. That would be a big help to me. Turtle wants to know, is the Fujin or the Raijin better? They're both old, outdated bots. Neither one is great. But I would play the Raijin is the one with the shield, right? The physical shield. I would play him any day over the other one. I don't like the Fujin. I never have. Raijin's a really cool robot, but I will warn you, it's not going to be something you can really play well in the higher leagues. It's one of the original robots. It's very, very, very outdated. Alright, I'm trying to read through some more of these comments. Kron, you like the Riker? I don't like the Riker. I don't like him very much at all. The Fujin? I think the Fujin has one of those blue energy shields. He doesn't have a physical shield. The best sniper you can build in the workshop would probably be the, oh my gosh, Behemoth. Behemoth is a crazy awesome sniper type of robot. Some people might like the Siren, so Siren and Behemoth are probably two you want to look at. When it comes to sniping, those would probably be my two picks as far as robots you can get out of the workshop. Jonathan, what man? He says, will war robots buff the song long? What the heck is the song long? I think you had a typo there, my friend. I don't know why I find that funny, but that's just funny. The song long. What's up, MM? How you doing today? You know, Caleb, I don't know if they're ever gonna make a skirmish come back or not, unfortunately. They made that new game mode with where you go fight the little spiders, and I kind of have a weird feeling they decided to replace skirmish with that. Josh, what's up, buddy? Epic, do you like the Erebus? I haven't played my Erebus in so long, I don't even know what it's about. I'm going to have to get my Erebus out and try it because I have no clue whether it's good or not. Last time I played it, it did not work out well for me. Every time I spawned, like some little fast robot or somebody would teleport and get inside of the shield and they would just take it down almost instantly. It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. But things change in this game, so sometimes one thing may suck and, you know, 6 months later it's good again. I would definitely have to play it a bit to know for sure. Do I like the Cossack? No, not really. I mean, it's cool. It's fun to play, but it usually dies in the first 30 seconds after it spawns in. Sometimes it doesn't even last that long, so It's not the greatest, unfortunately. It is not the greatest. Prashanth, what's up, buddy? How are you today? Let me read back up through the chat a little bit. Alright, Fighter's gonna build a Behemoth. Yeah, I think the Behemoth is really cool. It's a cool robot. If you can, try to get the Andre pilot, his legendary pilot. It really helps him out a lot, I think. Camos Birds, no. The Theseus pilot does not protect you from the Reaper. The Reaper will still destroy you instantly, unfortunately. Reaper, yeah, I don't think the Reaper has anything. Nothing can protect you from the Reaper other than like phase shift or stealth. And even sometimes when you're in stealth, the stray bullets can still hit you and kill you, so. Best light weapons fighter, that depends on the robot you're putting them on, I think. Is there a specific robot you're trying to put these on? I would say one of the best all-around light weapons, though, would be the Pulsars. Magnetars, I'm sorry, Magnetars. They work on almost everything right now. I don't think there's any robot that does not do well with Magnetars. So, Nicholas, do you happen to have the blast effect shotguns or the sonic weapons? Those work really good on there. Alright, so the harpoon weapons. Friends, the harpoon weapons like the stake, and the needle, those give you an additional shield when you're rolling around in the ball. So those are the absolute best best weapons you can put on the Skyros. Now the Sonics are also really good, but you're not getting the extra shield, so they're not as good. Epic wants a shoots pilot that gives him 500% damage. That would be pretty crazy. What's my highest skill streak? It was either 21 or 22 kills. I think I got that on the Battle Wreck account during a free-for-all match. Hades with flamethrowers. I haven't had a chance to try that out yet. I might try that on the next upcoming live stream to see what it's like. I'm probably going to do that on the Battle Wreck account because I don't want to level up that pilot on my account because I change robots and weapons and everything around so often. I don't like weapon-specific pilots. But yeah, I had a request the other day to try the Hades with flamethrowers and the pilot that buffs the flamethrowers. So I'm pretty sure on the next live stream on Thursday, I'm going to try that out. But I haven't really tried it yet. I'll probably play it on the live stream for the first time on Friday. Thursday. Fighter wants to know the best light weapons for the Kefri and the Nether. I don't know if there's a best, but sonic weapons are very good on those. The blast shotguns, like the cudgels, are very good on those. Magnetars are really good on there. What else? Trying to think what else I would put on there at the moment. Those are my three favorites. There might be a couple others that I like as well, but those are the main ones I would consider running at the moment. Now, if you happen to have the autopilot, I mean, the spears are okay still. Epic says, yay, I'm so curious about that 30% flame radius. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious too. I've never actually used that pilot before, honestly. I've never used it. Caleb wants to know what's the best game mode for lots of experience. So I think if you're a good free-for-all player, now generally I can play free-for-all. I get more damage, I get more kills when I go play free-for-alls. I normally make more silver, more experience. To me, free-for-all seems like the best mode, but I don't know if that's going to be the best mode for you. Whichever mode you do the best at is probably going to be the best one for gathering the resources. Fighter has 3 cudgels. Well, you could run 3 cudgels and one of something else if you're trying to do a 4-weapon setup. Jonathan says something about creepy pasta. I like pasta, but if the pasta was creepy, I don't know if I would eat it. Jonathan, I don't know what you're talking about there, my friend. I read your comment, and I'm just kind of like, whoa, what's going on there? I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. Hi, Cal. What's up, man? How you doing today? Kron wants to know what drone to run with his Hades with flamethrowers. You know what? Honestly, I think I would probably try a paralysis to see if you can get more lockdown. Hades really likes lockdown. Now, flamethrowers, if you can lock people down, you will burn them to pieces. And if you can lock them down, Hades' ability will really hit hard. So, I don't know how well those flamethrowers are going to work with that drone, but I would give that a try if you have it. The other thing that would be really good would be a Kestrel or a Beak. Kestrel if you want Death Mark, Beak if you want to go into stealth for more survivability. I don't know if the paralysis would work with those weapons or not, but if you have one, try it. If you don't have one, don't level it up yet, because I don't know for sure it would work with the flamethrowers. Some weapons will accumulate lockdowns super fast and some will not, so. Do I think that the gold chest to get the Titan Rook is set randomly? I don't really know how it works, honestly. I don't know if there's a percentage on the drop rates, or I have no idea how they set it up, so all I could do is really take a guess. I mean, I know some people who opened that big crate and got the Rook on the first try. I know some people it took them like a couple tries, so I'm guessing it's random, but I don't really know for sure. I can only speculate and guess on that one. Mr. L, unfortunately, the Lynx will probably be nerfed at some point. Just about every robot does get nerfed eventually. So, I'm just going to say be prepared just in case. I mean, there's a chance they could decide not to nerf it, but just in case, be prepared. Ah, Epic rolled the first big gold crate yesterday and got the Rook. Nice! That's awesome. Caleb's gonna go play some FFA. Jonathan says creepypasta is a story to scare kids. I think I've heard of that before, but I've never really like looked into it or seen it, honestly. If anybody has Amazon Prime, I watched a TV show the other day on Prime called I'm a Virgo. It's about this guy that's like 13 foot tall. I guess he's a giant. It's kind of interesting. So far, I've only watched the one episode because I haven't really had time to watch anymore, but that's a cool show. Hopefully it continues to be interesting because so far I really like it. Ah, Hyper's back. Welcome back, Hyper. What's up, 213 544? He says, even a Moogie. Are you asking if the Moogie is going to get a nerf? Probably. I'm not sure if they've nerfed him yet or not. I feel like they might have already nerfed the Moogie. I'm not 100% sure though. But there's a pretty good chance that they have. Now, some robots end up getting nerfed 2 or 3 or 4 or 15 times, like the Ao Jun and the Hawk and the Khepri. Man, those robots got nerfed many times. Angler's on what, the 4th nerf already? So, you just never know. Brandon wants to know what weapons to try on the Angler. One of the strongest builds I've played is a Glory in Halos. Rust rockets are one of the best setups, but those are getting nerfed, and they're probably going to suck after the nerf. So they're not going to be that good much longer, I don't think. Brent, I have a very bad memory. I don't remember what was in your hangar exactly. I think everybody should have a Fenrir, though, and an Invader. And a Skyros. Fenrir, Invader, and Skyros, right now, I think everybody should have one of those. At least one of those 3. With the Fenrir, though, I feel you do need the Bernadette Wolf pilot, which is his legendary pilot. The Invader and the Skyros don't necessarily need a special pilot, but 213 thinks the nerf on the Nether is unnecessary. Honestly, I feel like they should make so it doesn't dash as fast. It dashes too quickly. That's the hard part. You can't hit them because they dash like that. If I were going to nerf it, I would slow it down a little bit on the dash. Mito says it took 20 seconds to unload the Rust weapons. Oh, that's rough right there. We don't know if the nerf that they tested on the test server is going to be the same nerf that it gets when it goes live, though. It's probably going to be at least similar, but it could be different than that. It could be the exact same, or it might be slightly different. We'll find out once it actually happens, though. But yeah, like Glory at close range is one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game, honestly. Like, if you haven't noticed, there are links everywhere running Glories because they will blow your butt off in about 2 seconds. Jonathan says proof that humans are still better than the AI in the future because humans give skills to robots. Oh man, Epic gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, buddy. That's awesome. Congrats to the people who got the memberships.
Member. Awesome. Thank you for the extra support. It means a lot.
Caleb says FFA is the worst game mode in existence. Dude, I love FFA. I kick the crap out of everybody. Not every game, but I would say 7 out of every 10 games I come in first place with high damage and high kills. 3 out of every 10 games I might come in like 4th or 5th, but FFA takes some getting used to. It's a hard game mode to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's amazing. Yeah, Hawk with Hawanji and Teja is a very good setup. That would be an amazing Hawk setup, honestly. Tron, yeah, I think the Rust Rockets and the Angler are going to be crap. We'll find out. I'm just guessing, but that's what I'm thinking. Hyper says my allow membership button was disabled. You know, some countries aren't allowed to join memberships for some weird reason. I don't know why that is. Now, when Epic gifts those things out, I think YouTube randomly chooses. I don't think he gets to choose who gets them. YouTube does for some weird reason. What's up, Noah? Live stream's going pretty good so far. How you doing? All right, Brent. I answered that already, my friend. I guess you didn't hear me. I can't remember exactly what was in your hangar because my memory is terrible, but like I said, everybody needs a Skyros, an Invader, and a Fenrir, in my opinion. So if you don't have those were things I would definitely start building in the workshop. In some ways, I would like to tell you start with the Invader or maybe the Skyros. The main problem with the Fenrir, though, is you do need the Bernadette Wolf pilot if you want it to be a super tank. The other ones, you don't need to have a specific pilot to make them good, in my opinion. But I like Fenrir better than the other two, but you do have to have the legendary pilot to really make him work as good as possible. So if you're not ready to start getting pilots yet, then one of the other options might be a little bit better. Mr. G's Tehei says, I love this game. Me too. Me too. It's a fun game. I like it. Oh, wait a second. Epic, you can disable GIFs on YouTube? That's interesting. I wonder why anybody would do that. Like, it seems like that should just automatically be enabled no matter what. Brent's gonna work on the Fenrir. Cool. Yeah, he's been one of my favorite robots for years. It's got good firepower, and with that pilot, it becomes really hard to kill. What modules to build a super tank? Well, Mr. L, generally you're going to want to have 1 or 2 repair amplifiers. So this is my main tank build. 2 repair amplifiers and 1 nuclear amplifier. My second choice for a tank is 1 repair amp, 1 nuclear amplifier, and 1 immune amplifier. Which one's going to work best for you? I don't know, but generally I run the 2 repairers and 1 nuke. That way I got a lot of healing, a lot of damage resistance, and some extra damage. So Jamil, I don't really know what's going to fit your playing style, but shredders work really well, sonic weapons work really well, pulsars work really well. The laser weapons are really good. The newer laser weapons are great on there. What else do I really like on that little guy? Trying to think. I think there's something else. Let me look at the light weapons really fast. Oh yeah, the new harpoon weapons are really good. Blast effect shotguns like the cudgels are great. And I think those are the main ones. Blights are okay. Not my favorite, but they're okay. Yeah, so there's a list of things that I would consider running on mine. The Fenrir pilot is called Bernadette Wolf. You definitely want to try to get Bernadette Wolf. She's amazing for Fenrir. I think it gives him 50% more hit points, so it's killer. Noah wants to know what would be the best weapons for the invader. Man, you know what? I don't think I've ever played a set of weapons that really stands out one over the other on the invader. There's a lot of really good weapons that work great on invader, and I can't really figure out which one's my favorite. But the harpoon weapons are good. The blast effect shotguns are really good. Flamethrowers, if you're comfortable playing flamethrowers, those are good. Sonic weapons are excellent. Pulsar and Magnetar is really good. I would have said rust rockets, but those are going to suck in about 10 days. Quarker and Atomizer is pretty good as well. So honestly, any of those things I named off right there will do really good on the invader. Is Mars still good? Yes. So the Mars turret is going to get a little bit of a nerf, so its turret won't be doing as much damage. But Mars itself is a really great robot. The turret's just kind of like a bonus. So yeah, I think Mars is a great robot. So Noah, man, if you've already got those, go for it, buddy. That's a great setup. I mean, I can't guarantee that you're going to like it, but I'll tell you what, I love it. That's one of my favorite setups for him. Pulsars and Magnetars just seem to work on almost anything. Very good stuff. Very, very good. My phone is blowing me up with notifications all day long. And it's all like crap, man. I gotta figure out how to turn off notifications for certain apps on my phone because... Uh-oh. You know what? The phone goes beep, 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 beep. And there's like 45 notifications on there. So I guarantee if I clear it all and I come back an hour later, there's going to be another 45 notifications. I don't want to see all that stuff, man. I only want important notifications. I don't want all the bull crap. I gotta figure out how to turn all that junk off. You have enough gold for what? The pilot, Brent? Wait, so Danny, I have enough gold to put it here. But yeah, you have to buy that pilot with gold. Now, it's worth it. But you're also going to need to spend gold to level up the skills on the pilot as well. Now you can play, once you install a pilot, you can play it to level up the skills. You don't have to spend gold to level up the levels, not the skills. I'm sorry, the skills. I said that wrong. You can have 7 skills, and as you level the pilot up, the skills unlock. So you can unlock the skills by playing it, but you are going to need gold to choose the skills and level the skills up. Mr. L says, Mr. Lightning Cloud Bolt Fire thingy is way too popular. I'm not popular enough, sir. I don't have 1 million subscribers yet. I need 1 billion subscribers. Tell all your friends, hey, subscribe to Danny Lightning. He needs 1 billion subscribers. Yes, 100,000 gold is enough. I mean, I think... So if you max out a pilot, let's just say you buy the pilot and you max it out. You hand choose all the skills. You boost it to unlock them as quickly as possible. You hand choose every one of the skills and you level them up to max. I think that's going to take around 60,000 gold. So 100,000 is definitely enough. I mean, honestly, where you're at right now, if I were you, you're down there in the lower leagues, you're still at a small hangar. I would probably just get that pilot to like level 30. I would add the armor expert skill, the roadhog skill. And what would be the third most important skill to put on a Fenrir? You know what? For you, man, honestly, get the Bernadette Wolf. Get 2 skills unlocked. Get Roadhog and Armor Expert. And that Fenrir is going to be stomping on people down in your league. It will be stomping on people. You actually don't need to max that pilot out yet, honestly. When you get up in the champion, you're going to want to have that pilot maxed or close to it. But yeah, where you're at, you'll be okay with just a partially upgraded pilot. 2 or 3 skills on there and you'll be good to go for now. Yeah, Kestrel is a great drone for the invader. I mean, if you get up close to somebody, you keep death marking them, you'll do a lot more damage. So that'll work wonderful on there, actually. Altered Beast, yes. The third one should probably be the module expert. So that way you hit your healing. Your healing... Actually, I like the one that makes the modules recharge faster. Unfortunately, that does make you use power cells more often. But being able to use the healing more often is a big deal. So... That's, yeah, one of those module skills is a good thought. Fighter says, does War Robots give us gold by doing surveys? I mean, there's a very... Occasionally they have some surveys, and sometimes they do give out some prizes for surveys, but check this out. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but you can get gold for playing the test server. Now check this out. So let's just say Friday or Saturday morning, you get on the test server. You play at least 2 or 3 games on the test server, and it's going to ask you to fill out a form. When you fill out the form and give them your feedback on the stuff you played, you're going to notice on that form it asks for a link to a YouTube video. So, play 3 games and record them. Post it on your YouTube. You don't have to have subscribers. You just have to post the game for proof that you actually played the test server. So when you fill out the feedback form, put a link to that video on the form, and within the next 3 or 4 days, you should receive something like 500 or 600 gold. It's somewhere between 400 and 600 gold every week just by doing the test server. Hyper, you go to, you just, hold on a second. Is the test server still on the Google Play Store, or do you have to go to the Facebook page to get it? Let me check really fast. There's a WarRobots test server Facebook page it's for the test server only. WarRobots test server. Okay, it doesn't look like it's available on the Play Store anymore. So if you go to if you Google WarRobots test server Facebook, the Facebook page should pop up. There should be a link on there to download the app. You have to be on iOS or Android, though. I don't think it works on any other thing. Brett says it's on my Play Store. Normally, sometimes they hide it because they don't want people downloading the test server by mistake. But I just did a search for it, and it's not showing up on my Play Store. So I don't know. I don't see it on there, but it's a separate app. Ian, I've never actually heard of the Crossout mobile game. I'm not sure what that is. He says it's just as interesting as WarRobots. Yeah, I've never heard of Crossout. Jonathan says, Danny, answer this. If you have low health, what you choose Mender with no pilot and low level or tier, but far away from you, remember you can heal yourself. All right, that's a little hard to follow there. All right. Mender does not do well unless you have the special edition pilot. So if you want to be a healer, Mender is not any good without the pilot. You have to have the Marie Leclerc pilot. So if you don't have the pilot for the Mender, I don't think I would play it. Now, if you have the tier, you don't need any special pilot to make the tier a good robot. The tier is okay at healing, and it's also a good fighting robot. So I would go with the tier between those two. Portugal, pretty much the Kestrel drone is going to work on any robot unless you're like using it as a sniper where you're far back, right? I mean, the Kestrel drone has, what, a 3 or a 350 meter range? Let me look really fast. I think it's, what is it, a 300 meter range? 400 meter range? Let me find a Kestrel really quick and look it up. It has a range of... Does it say? It doesn't say, does it? Well, crap, what's the range on this thing? 300 meters, okay? So if you've got a robot where you're trying to stay back, the Kestrel is not going to help you much. Any robot that you're playing at a semi-close distance, the Kestrel is going to be really good for that. Hopefully that makes sense, or hopefully that helps. For Mender, you want the Marie Leclerc pilot. That makes the Mender heal up all the gray damage. That turns Mender into a little beast. Arok says, now in Diamond League, tankers are playing with Mark III and Mark II stuff. I hope they can do something about the tankers soon. I'm pretty sure they're still working on some sort of anti-cheat for this game, and I'm hoping, maybe if we're lucky when it finally comes out, if they ever get it ready, maybe I'm really hoping it'll do something with tankers as well. I don't know if it will or not, honestly. I haven't really heard anything about their anti-cheat in a while, but I know they were working on one, and I know they're trying to perfect it. When it's going to come out, I don't know. If it's going to come out, I don't know. I sure hope it does, but I hope it's got anti-tanker built into it as well. I don't know if it will or not, but I hope it does. Because tankers suck, man. Now, the other thing, though, is there's some players that just buy a bunch of stuff out of the daily deals, and they get all this Mark II stuff. So not everybody with that high-level stuff is a tanker. Some of those are just players who spent some money. But those guys usually move up in leagues quickly and get out of your way. Why are my allies green and not blue? Okay, so if you're playing in a squad, so if you're actually in a squad with people that you've invited to a game, the people in your squad are green. Random players that are on your team are blue. We call them blueberries. So random players are blue. People that you've actually invited to be in the game with you are green. Now, we need to come up with a name with that. Green beans or the green boogers? I'm going to call them the green boogers. Blueberries are the randoms and green boogers are your teammates. How about green boogers? I like that better. I'd rather call my teammates boogers than green beans, so. Hyper is over there saying green beans. Do people actually use that term? Blueberries and vegetables. Enemies equal raspberries. No. Enemies equal turd tacos. Because we don't like them very much. Okay, so Brent wants to know what skill to get for the Mender. Oh crap. I would have to look and see. Does Mender have a special healing skill available? Hold on a second. Let me look at something really fast. The two skills you want to have on every single robot would be Armor Expert and Roadhog. But let me see if there's a specific healing skill for Mender. Let me find my Mender really fast. Extra durability and speed is very important. Where's my Mender? There it is. What pilot skills do I have on here? Okay. True Ace. True Ace will give you, once you get True Ace up to gold, that'll give you almost 20% more healing. Armor Expert, Roadhog, and True Ace are very important skills to have on your Mender. So those are the first 3 skills I would choose. Those are probably going to be the 3 most helpful. Camo's Bird says, True Ace, he got it before I did. What's up, Mr. Geese? He says again, I love this game. Hyper says, Kistro good for any robot. Just about, yeah. Unless you're playing it at too much of a distance. Jonathan says, if they made a Danny Lightning skin for 5 robots, what would you choose? What would it be like my face put onto a robot? I don't know. I remember back in the day when I first started playing this game, I used to make thumbnails where I would like take my head and put it on top of a robot for a thumbnail. Those were pretty funny. Alright, do I like the Reviver drone? Only on a couple of robots. Like, I think it's good on the Ares, because the Ares dies so fast. I actually, if you go look at my drone playlist, you should go watch the video I made on the Reviver drone. I did a review on that. That will let you know, like, the advantages and disadvantages. It'll really take a while to explain everything about it. So yeah, go to my channel, scroll down, you find the playlist, and look at the drone playlist. And watch the Reviver drone video. It'll explain to you exactly what type of robots, the pros, the cons, and all that stuff. But I do like it on robots that die easily. I don't like it on tanky robots or damaged, robots that take damage slowly. So here's the problem with it on your Invader. By the time your Invader dies, there's going to be a lot of gray bars, so you're not going to be able to heal a lot of your health back. Therefore, you're only going to get a very small portion of health back when the Reviver revives you. Now, if the robot dies super fast, it's often doesn't have much gray bar at all, so it can heal like half of its health back. Jonathan, I don't know what you mean by compare Nether and Hacker. Move behind walls to confuse. Is Hacker what you meant to say, or did you mean to say something else? Kron, I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried it on the Fafnir. That's one of those things where some robots you have to try it on before you know whether or not it works well on them. Fafnir in the air is crazy squishy, but on the ground he's got a little bit of a damage resistance, so I think it depends on what you're doing when you die as to how that would work on him. Vulture, that's not very nice to say, man. Are you saying my lightning skin would suck? Man. It would make you look like a crappy robot. Aww. My skin sucks, guys. My Danny Lightning skin sucks, according to Vulture. Aww. Oh, Jonathan, there was a bug with the Nether. I think that's fixed now. When it would zig and zag when it would dash, It doesn't do that anymore. But that was a bug that they fixed. Vulture says you get minus 15% instead of plus 5, and it'll look like a lower tier bot. Mojo Joe, what's going on? Alright, more than likely you got hit by a Lynx robot's ability. The Lynx has an ability where if your robot has less than 35% health, the ability shoots you and you die instantly. Or it's possible you're getting shot by the new Reaper weapons that will pretty much obliterate anything in like half of a second. It's one of the two things. Next April Fool's Day would probably be in April sometime. April Fool's is usually in April. Jamel, if you didn't do any of those things, that would be a glitch, my man. The only time you get a minus kill is if you do one of those things. Jonathan eats banana. Bananas are good for you. Bananas are very good for you. What's up, Bad Harsh? How you doing? We got Aurochs in the house. Jamil, how's your day going, buddy? Hey, Mech, what's up, man? He says, any tips for the Aether Titan with the lasers or sonic weapons? I'll tell you what, man. I found a couple of really good ways to kill a rook, right? Aether is one of those deals where you don't want to get close to people. So Aether is a Titan you want to play from a distance. But check this out. If you're in a Miramids or an Aether and a rook jumps at you, go up in the air, you will shoot down inside of its shield and bypass its shield, and you will be able to just obliterate it instantly. So Miramids or Aether with the bubble weapons, I like to call them, will just rip the pieces out of a rook that comes close to you. Hopefully that's the kind of tip you were hoping for. I don't know. Brandon, I would put Onslaughts and Grand Balance on the Aether. By the way, guys, everybody who's a channel member, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Akia, what's up, man? What's the best pilot for Mars? I'm sorry, I missed a couple of questions recently. Best pilot for Mars if you're playing Beacon Rush. Oh, what's that girl? I still play the girl that makes his turret perform better. I like that one. What's her name? What's her name? Let me look at my Mars robot really quick and figure out the name of that lady. Oh, that's not a girl. Never mind. It's that, Captain Clyde. Captain Clyde. I'm sorry. Captain Clyde. That's my favorite one so far. I like that one a lot. I know there's a gothic looking girl, but I'm not even sure which robot that's for now. There's getting to be so many pilots and so many robots, it's hard to remember who goes where. It's amazing how many different robots and pilots we have. It's almost impossible to remember them all these days. I'm trying to find the girl, but she might have been another Mars pilot. She might have been for something else. I have no idea. There's too many pilots. I'm going to stop looking at this. There is a Gothic Mars girl pilot. But yeah, I got Captain Clive on mine. That's my favorite one. Alright, I need to pee, everybody. I'll be back in a minute, okay? I'll be right back in a minute. I gotta pee. Joe Mojo says, have a good pee. Thank you. Thank you very much. Vulture says, see, this is why I wear Depends and grab all of my snacks before a stream. Well, I mean, I guess that's always an option. It's pretty gross. That's pretty gross, but okay. Alrighty, you know, if that's your thing, that's cool, I suppose. I don't think I would go that route, but okay. Vulture, what do old people smell like? The answer is depends. It depends, right? Depends. Alright, so Ed Horst says, I got Ravana from the workshop and I'm using 3 cryo. Well, it's not my cup of tea. I don't like the cryos, but they work. They definitely work. Now the question is, how well is it working for you, right? How are they working for you? That's what I want to know. If you're doing really good with it, by all means, keep playing it. If it's not working very well, then you might want to consider changing them. Nuclear amp, good. You definitely want to be running one of those. Caleb, yes, I really like the Nodens. The Nodens is designed to support your teammates. It's not designed to run into battle and get up in people's faces and try and fight. It's designed to stay in the back, fire some shots from a distance, and heal your teammates. Cambo, yeah. Not Cambo. Camo's Birds, yes. The Frozen Scorn is a nice mothership. Thing is, the motherships are going to come down to personal preference, right? Frozen Scorn is one of the newer ones, and it's actually pretty good. I'm not really sure if that's going to be your best choice or if something else would be, but you know what? If that's what you have, definitely use it. It's got some pretty good stuff going on. I mean, I think it freezes people, right? So it drops a thermonuclear bomb on the enemies, which causes a cold vortex, freezing them down, slowing them down, and damaging them over time. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool mothership. It's way better than one of the starter motherships, I'll tell you that. It's not my favorite mothership, but I definitely like it. Kron, any robot that is next to, it can heal 20 robots at the same time if they're next to him. Oh, Nodens. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I thought you said Mender for some reason. Nodens can only heal 1 robot at a time. Now, Nodens has 3 tethers, alright? So you can put your first tether on 1 robot and it'll start to heal him. I think like 1.5 seconds later, you can shoot off the next tether to another robot. And then 1.5 seconds later, you can shoot off the third tether. So technically, I guess you can be healing 3 robots at the same time, sort of. But usually right about the time you shoot the third one off, the first healing tether starts to wear off on the first guy. So I'd say you're mainly healing 1 to 2 people at a time, depending on how that works, right? How many tethers you currently have attached. Now, the cool thing is when you have 3 tethers attached, Nodens himself gets more defense points and bonuses and stuff. So your Nodens becomes harder to kill when it's attached to teammates. So that's definitely something you might want to think about. But yeah, I mean, I like the Nodens. They buffed him recently, and after the buff, he's doing really good. He's doing really good after the buff. But yeah, I mean, I would play the heck out of that thing. How to earn gold fast. Unfortunately, there's no really good fast way other than spending money. When it comes to earning gold without spending money, it's a very slow process. Now, when you play a game, if you come in the top 3, you're usually going to get a little bit of gold. So doing well in the game and watching advertisements are probably the best things you can do to try and get some gold. Now, if you can spend like $10, you might be able to get 40 to 60,000 gold out of the daily deals. So you can often buy gold really cheap from the daily deals. Now, if you're on Steam or one of the PC platforms, unfortunately, I don't think you have ads available. Steam does not allow ads on their games, so unfortunately, if you're a Steam player, there are no advertisements for you to watch. But if you're on Android or if you're on iOS, there are ads all over the place. Caleb says, who won the free Titan giveaway? Minos with Squalls. Everybody should be getting a free Minos with Squalls sometime in the next 10 days, I would say. Rusted, how you doing, buddy? It's nice to see ya. Everything going good? Harsh, you're on Steam. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, Steam's cool. There's definitely some advantages on playing on Steam. You know, I think Steam actually runs smoother. Less lag and stuff like that, but you don't get the ads. Caleb, you're going to get a Minos, buddy. Everybody, whether you voted for something else, you'll still get the Minos. My understanding is every single player in the game is going to get a free Minos. At least that's how I understand it, okay? Don't quote me on it just in case I'm wrong, but my understanding is we're all going to get a free Minos. Right now, though, you can get a free Kestrel drone from the leaderboards if you're doing well. I'm not sure how many. There's 2 days and 15 hours left. You have to get 500 points. It doesn't. You don't even have to come in first or anything. You just have to earn 500 points for leaderboard tasks. You get a free Kestrel drone, which is cool. So if you guys don't pay, if you're one of those people who don't pay attention to the leaderboards, you might actually want to look at it this time. Don't lose out on a free keister. At Harsh, nuclear amplifiers are very good. Kron got the free Kestrel drone yesterday. Awesome. Mito says, wins, kills, and damage. The keister, yes, the keister drone. Keister is such a funny word. Whoever came up with the word keister? I kick you in the keister. I kick you on the keister. Somebody did. Get your keister out of here. Kron says that's prison lingo. No, I think that's old people lingo, honestly. I think that's what old people used to say, like back in the 40s or the 30s. Maybe they use it in prison. I don't know, but Kron, man. Oh boy. I don't know. Okay then. What's up, Crack the Sky? How you doing, buddy? Oh, man. I think I accidentally took Crack's moderator role away. Hold on a second. I need to give him his moderator role back. I removed a few moderators the other day. There was a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time. I might have grabbed him by mistake. All right, there you go. Oh, Crack donated $1. Thanks, buddy. Crack runs our RH2 clan. Crack, are you still looking for clan members in RH2, buddy?
You are awesome.
We're trying to get some new members in RH2, which is our clan for lower leaguers. So I think for expert leaguers or below are welcome, right? Hyper says, how did you become a moderator? Well, moderators are mainly people that I know personally. Caleb would like to join. Crack, we got somebody wanted to join. Now, you do have to be an Android player. But honestly, you don't want to have too many moderators because there was a time where I had a whole bunch of moderators and things got kind of crazy. So it got to the point where some weird stuff went down every once in a while. Eventually, I was like, all right, I'm only going to start adding moderators that I know personally from now on. Brent would also like to join. If he doesn't answer back, let me see something really quick. Oh, there he goes. There's the clan ID, guys. 314619. So, if you're an Android player and you want to join RH2, 314619. Get on the game, look up the clan by ID, and put a request to join, but we can only accept Android players on Android clans. Caleb, unfortunately, you have to join a Steam clan if you're on Steam. Like, it's not possible for you to join anything other than another Steam clan. Eventually that might change, but the way the game's set up right now, like for example, I'm on Android, so I can only join Android clans. No, we don't have a Steam clan, my friend. Like, I can't join a Steam clan, I can't join an iOS clan. Alright, so Brent sent something to join. Cool, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Caleb. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have cross-platform set up completely yet. I know it's something they're working on, but they've been working on it for a really long time, so I'm not sure if it's ever going to happen or not. I think they were having issues with it, which is why it's never gone live yet. Just like you can't invite your friends to play with you. For example, like Epic, I know him personally and he's on Steam. I cannot invite Epic to a game because the game won't let us. So yeah. Now, yeah, we can get into games randomly with people on the other platforms, but they can't be in our clans, and we can't invite them to games. It's terrible! Yeah, Ruthless Hunters is my clan, and Ruthless Hunters 2 is our smaller clan for lower league players on Android. Like, eventually, you know, it'll get to the point where if you're an RH2, eventually when we need players, maybe you can move up. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Crack says they still have 3 spots open, so if anybody else on Android would like to apply, the clan ID is 314619. 314619. Again, that's 314619. Do I sound like a person from a commercial? Like when they tell you the phone number 30 times a row in a 10-second period. Hyper replied. Cool. Arok says, great voice. Thank you. The particular microphone I use is known for having being very bassy sounding, so if you pretty much put your lips right up against it, it gets super bassy. Like radio broadcasters and podcasters love this microphone for the warm bassy sounds. Now Johnny Cash would probably like it too. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. Johnny Cash would probably like this microphone. All right, so it looks like a couple people applied and got in. Very cool. But if I stay about, I try and keep it about, 3 inches away from my mouth so it's not so bassy. Oh, Vulture, I still see those crappy commercials occasionally. Actually, I think it's on the radio. If you listen to the radio, they still play those type of commercials that say the phone number 50 times. Vulture says, we love bass. Bass in your face, not an 8-track, getting it good to the wood. I like bass too. I love bass. But if your voice is too bassy, it can be a little bit hard to understand, so that's the only problem with that. You want people to be able to understand what you're saying. It's best to stay back a little bit where you sound a little more higher pitched. Because I guess if somebody's listening to you in a noisy environment and you've got a really deep voice, it can be really hard for them to understand people with a deep voice. All right, looks like a couple people got to join. Awesome. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to write that clan ID down and kind of, next time we need people, I don't know. Caleb is saying, Caleb, please don't spam, buddy. Caleb's eating it up over there. He's like, I can't hit the high notes. I can hit some deeper notes, but I cannot hit the high notes. Oh yeah, Andrew, unfortunately the claw nerf is about to hit us all, and it's probably going to make them unusable. But yeah, Clawjaw's Talons, I think they're... What the heck are those Titans doing over there? There's a Titan sandwich. I wish I could rewind the gameplay there. Oh, you got into a Russian clan and you couldn't understand when they speak? Yeah, you want to find a clan that speaks your language, that's for sure. It would be hard to be in a clan if you can't communicate with them. Somebody I know used to be in a Spanish clan, and they didn't speak Spanish, but everybody in the clan did. I'm like, why don't you find another clan? I mean, you can't even talk to the people there. It would be hard, you know, if you don't know their language, that would be really hard to be part of a group that speaks a different language than you. What's up, AC? How you doing today? All right, Hyper Gaming Pro has a question. Is Kestrel good on Ravana? Yes, very good. Is it good on Crisis? No. Crisis, you're probably going to be playing as far away from people as possible. So I don't think you're going to get the full benefit of on a Crisis. On a Fenrir, yes. On Nether, yes. On Seraph, maybe on a Seraph, but that wouldn't be my first choice. Ravana or Fenrir is your best bet. Nebula on a Skyros, wouldn't be my first choice. Alright, so this is what I like to do for my Skyros. Now, if you're just trying to stay in the ball and be as hard to kill as possible, my advice is get two of the immune amplifiers and one repair amplifier. And if you can get the weapons that have the shields, you know, like the needle, the harpoon weapons that give you the shields, that makes him almost impossible to kill with that setup. So the immune amplifiers, I run 2 of those. That gives me additional speed, additional durability, and a couple other things. Then there's the one repair amplifier to help keep me alive. Plus those shields from the weapons, man, it is almost unkillable. Now, as far as the drone you would run on that, I mean, that depends on what you're trying to do, but Whiteout's pretty good on there to mess up the enemies. The Kestrel's good to help your teammates out. You can just deathmark everybody while you're in the ball. Or another one that's really good is the Armadillo. Like, if you have an Armadillo after you've captured several beacons, you'll be almost unkillable even when you come out of the ball. So, with enough stacks, the Armadillo is killer on the ball. Alright guys, we got about 5 minutes left on the live stream. 2 hours is about up for the day, so we got about 5 minutes left on the stream, and then I gotta get going. DC Media TV, how's it going? Yeah, the Kestrel drone was free in the leaderboards this week if you earn enough points. There's like 2 days left to get it if you haven't got it yet. Hyper says, dang, well this has been fun. Yeah, our 2 hours is almost over. It's definitely been a fun stream. I appreciate all of you guys coming out. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate the support. So yeah, if you got some last minute questions, get them on in there. Vulture works the eye. You know what? I don't think I've played the eye since the drone rework. I've heard a few people say that they like it though, so I need to try that one out. Crack is almost in Masters again. Alright. Crack, how many accounts do you have now? Are you just playing the one or do you play any of the others? I think Crack's got like 43 different accounts. Aurochs, the new module is getting a buff. They're going to turn it into an OP module, and it's going to be well worth the 60 power cells if you can afford to keep using it. Jonathan says Invader is a Pennywise. Well, I know a Pennywise as a band and a clown from a movie, so I'm not really sure what you mean by a Pennywise. But Invader is really awesome. If you like punk rock, you'll probably love the band Pennywise. If you like Stephen King movies, you'll probably like Pennywise. AC wants to know what the man, that's is the Lifesaver stackable? I don't actually know. Has anybody tested it out to see if the new Lifesaver turret is stackable for the motherships? I've never actually played a Lifesaver, honestly. I don't know why I keep forgetting to test it out. But I've never actually used that. Every time I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta try that new turret out, and then I forget about it. I'm a big fan of the durability extenders. I just love those things. Jamel says the Lifesaver is not stackable. Like right now, I'm running a level 3 roulette. It's not leveled up at all, but it's got 2 durability extenders on it, so I forgot the name for a second. It's pretty awesome. Hyper wants to know what to put on the Ravena. Alright, so I think Ravena with Sonics is a really good setup right now. If you don't like the Sonics, maybe the Blast Effect shotguns would be really good on there. I don't know if you have any maces or not, but I think mace would be a great weapon that most people would like. DC durability extender's been out for a little while. Basically, when you drop the mothership, it gives you a boost on hit points. So it'll give you, like, let's just say you're at 250,000 hit points. Next thing you know, you might have 300,000 after you drop it on yourself. And you can run 2 of those on the new drone. Let me see how much we're actually getting with that. Those are stackable for sure. What the heck? I'm on the wrong thing here. Where's my mothership? Okay, there we go. The durability extended will give you 15% more durability. So if you run 2 of them every time you drop the mothership, you're going to get 30% more durability. Now, if you're a Titan, you're going to get 10% more durability. If you run 2, that'll be 20. That's actually a big help. But yeah, I don't actually have any of the Lifesavers on my personal account yet. I know I have some on the Battle Wreck account, but I don't have them on my personal account. AC Thursdays and Saturdays I do live stream gameplay. So I'll be streaming every Thursday and every Saturday, and I usually do every Tuesday. The Tuesday question and answer is just kind of a bonus stream, but I've started making it a regular thing, I guess. I didn't intend to do this every week, but it's turned into an every week deal. DC Media says I need to watch the lives more often. You know, what's really fun about live streams is you can come in and chat with other people. Plus, you can watch whatever's going on in the streams. So live streams are a lot of fun. All right, we got a question here. This will probably be the last one, actually. All right, so Can you give me some tips? I'm level 21. I have Kid Titan and I have 4 robots, a bunch of Lancelots, Leo, Pursuer. Alright, so Lancelot is a robot that isn't exactly great, but Lancelot can carry you up into champion leagues. It's not the world's best robot, but it's still very playable, so Lancelot's a good thing to have. Pursuer is a great little robot. I love Pursuer. Leo, I mean, Leo is a great starter robot. So, I mean, you're off to a great start with those 3, honestly. So, if I were you, I would start... If you have the workshop available, I would start building stuff in the workshop. I would start working on building a Skyros, an Invader, and a Fenrir from the workshop. Crack, have a great day, buddy. Catch you later. But I actually play my Pursuer in Champion League occasionally. It's a fun little robot. It stays in stealth for a long time. That is a great little robot to have. So, yeah. I think you've got a nice setup going on right there for somebody who's probably down in the lower leagues. I'm pretty sure you mean Lancelot when you said like Lunchalot or something. I'm guessing you're probably meaning Lancelot. Now, Kid Titan, unfortunately, is a Titan you're going to outgrow. Kid is not very good. You're going to want to replace him eventually. I would say one of the easiest Titans to play that's currently still good is going to be the Nodens. There are better Titans than the Nodens, but the Nodens is a great support. It's easy to play. It can help your teammate out a lot. But right now, I would say... Oh, check this out. Wait a second. We're getting a free Titan in a couple of days. Everybody in the game, I don't know if you have to be above a certain rank, but almost everybody, I should say. You might end up getting a free Minos Titan, which is excellent. There is a chance you may have to be above a certain rank before you get it. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not sure what rank you're at. But hopefully you'll receive one, because the Minos is one of the really good Titans in the game that everybody likes. Alright, Hyper Gaming says you have to be level 30 to get that Titan. I wish they would give it to everybody. I hope you're above level 30. If so, you'll be getting a nice Titan. If not, then I would say your second Titan, I think the Minos would be a really good choice for a second Titan. Then or Minos or crap, I forgot his name. Nodens or Minos would be a great second Titan. Until you can get one of the better ones eventually. The better ones are very hard to get. Midnight, what's up, buddy? Yeah, have a great day, man. It was awesome to have you here. I know you don't say much during the streams, but good to see you, my man. All right, everybody. I got to get going, guys. I got to get done with my day and finish some junk and more junk and other junk and some junk after that and some other junk and some more junk and some stuff and some things. So, thank you for being here. I really appreciate all you guys coming out, watching the videos, coming out to the live streams, hanging out with me. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Channel members, thank you. Moderators, thank you. And everybody who watches my videos, you guys are amazing. I appreciate all the support. Have a great day, guys, and lightning out. See ya. Hasta la vista, baby. I just don't do a good Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hasta la vista. Nope. Not good at that accent.